Good morning, Unity. How is everyone today? Let's stand to our feet if you're able, and we're going to start the service.
We waste time to control our day. morning. Good morning. Okay, we got a mic that works. For those who don't know, I'm Reverend Angie, and I'm here to welcome you to our celebration service on behalf of our spiritual leader, Reverend Jon Scott and Reverend Kerri Bell Scott. Let's give them a hand. I want to take this time to acknowledge our first-time visitors. We don't ask you to stand or raise your hand, but what we do ask that you visit our welcome center in the lobby. They have a wonderful gift for you, and someone there will be greeting you with a hug and a smile. And we ask that you fill out a get acquainted card as well. So let's welcome our first-time visitors. Now I would like to acknowledge our online visitors, so let's acknowledge them. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate you tuning in with us. If you do not mind, please go into the comment section and let us know where you're visiting from. And now again, that wonderful moment that we all love and share. We get to talk to each other. Oh my God, you guys are so excited about this. I love it. Okay, let's connect with someone on our row. Say good morning, beautiful. I'm so happy you're here. You're so amazing. You're so intelligent. You're so awesome. I see you healthy. I see you wealthy. And I see you wise. Yes, give yourselves a hand. Now we're going to welcome Reverend Kerri Bell Scott for our announcement.
I love how I have my cheerleading squad over here. Don't y'all love it? Isn't it great? Well, good morning, family. It's so good to be here. I love you guys so much. I do want to just go ahead and take this moment to send Reverend Jon some love. I want everyone to close their eyes just for a moment. And please send Reverend Jon some love, some energy, some healing, grounding energy. His Uncle Henry did pass away yesterday. He was in transit to Georgia to be with him. So he is there with his family. So, just please send him some love right now. I think that would be good. I'm just going to take a moment of quiet. And so it is. Thank you, family. Thank you. All right, so our Wednesday evening meditation with Reiki, we have that every week. It's at the Asbury Arms Clubhouse. We have that at 6 p.m. This week is facilitated by Les Julian. He is returning from his travels up north, so we'll welcome Les Julian. Our men's group, men's club, they are going to be meeting on Thursday, November 6th at 6:30 p.m. at Douglas Bonar's house in Largo. I do have the address on the flyer in the lobby. If you are interested in joining our men's club, I believe they have quite a few people already signed up and are meeting. They're meeting twice a month now, so that information can be found in the flyer in the lobby. All right, guys, starting next Sunday, we will be back in the Miller Auditorium for 2 weeks in a row. So join us there. If you have not been to the Miller, it's very easy. It's here on Eckerd College's grounds. Just follow the signs when you come in. It's going to be to the left instead of coming to the right. So we invite you to join us for those Sundays. Following that, we will have our Picnic in the Park Sunday. This is going to be the third Sunday of November at 11 a.m., and we're having this at Lake Seminole Park. We did this back in May. It was phenomenal, guys. So come out, bring your chairs or blankets. We're going to have the service on the lawn next to Pavilion number 5, which overlooks the water. It's beautiful. Following service, we're going to have a picnic lunch. Reverend Jon's going to fire up the grill because I've already said he's doing it. He's going to get us some hamburgers and hot dogs going, and then we're going to provide drinks. So bring a side. Everyone bring a side. Let's fellowship together and enjoy a nice Thanksgiving lunch. Gratitude, a night of inspiration and generosity. We're only a few weeks away from this. I'm so excited. Reverend Iman and her beautiful voices team have been working so hard to prepare a beautiful show for you guys. So this is a family-friendly event. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your children. It's going to be Friday, November 14th at 7 p.m. at Lakewood United Methodist in South St. Pete. There is the address and the information in the flyer in the lobby. Okay, starting next week, guys, we're going to go ahead and reactivate our membership drive. For those of you who are already sustaining members of First Unity, I am so grateful and thank you for being a member. But for those of you who maybe you're a little newer to First Unity and you've only been attending for a few months, this is basically where you can sign up and say, I am a member of First Unity. When you do that, you are able to vote in all elections, if that's board elections, if that is a very important matter for First Unity, financial, or maybe a new building. So you definitely want to become a member. I will be in the lobby after service next week. So we're not going to do it this week, but starting next week, if you have any questions, if you're not sure if you're a member, see me in the lobby and I'll be more than happy to get you in the right direction. And then last but not least, I know Reverend Jon and our family is dealing with a lot, but I'm sure some of you are as well. There's always something going on in the world for you to feel heavy or to feel like you need support. We do have a spiritual support team here that are here for you. They're in pink stoles, so if you feel something on your heart, or maybe you just want to have a conversation, you can see anyone in our lobby after service with pink stoles, or myself. I'm here too. I love you guys. I'm always here for you. So, all right, guys, enjoy the rest of service. Thank you.
Watch him work it for your good. He's not done with what he started. He's not done until it's good. Oh, let him work it for your favor. Who am I talking to tonight? Watch him turn it for your good. He's not done with what he started. 'Cause he's not done until it's good. So hello peace, hello joy, hello love. Hello, strength. Hello, hope. It's a new horizon. Hello, peace. Hello, joy. Hello, love. Hello, strength. Hello, hope. It's a new horizon.
If you're ready for a breakthrough, you can open up and just receive. 'Cause what he's pouring out is nothing you've ever seen. You've ever seen.
So hello, peace. Hello, joy. Hello, love. Hello, strength. Hello, hope.
It's a new horizon.
Hello, peace. Hello, joy. Hello, love. Hello, strength. Hello, hope.
It's a new horizon.
Yeah. It's a new horizon. Somebody lift those hands tonight.
It's a new horizon.
I need you to speak it over your own life
It's a
tonight.
new horizon.
It's a new horizon.
It's a new horizon.
It's a new day for you,
It's a
yeah.
new horizon.
Oh, it's here right now.
It's a new horizon.
It's a new horizon.
It's a new horizon.
It's a new horizon.
It's a new horizon. Fear is not my future. You are.
Check, check, check. Was that beautiful or what? Let's give it up for those beautiful dancers. They came back there and they were breathing really hard. But awesome job. So tough act to follow, actually, but we're going to settle in now a little bit. I'm honored to lead everyone in a meditation. Reverend Jon actually asked me yesterday at the last minute to do the meditation today. I had not had that planned, so I'm honored that he felt comfortable enough actually to reach out like that. And we all send our best regards to Reverend Jon and his family. So we'll begin by just settling in our seats. And as you came in today, I want you to think to yourselves, just rewind the tape a little bit. As you came in today, I want you to think about leaving all of your responsibilities and your concerns and worries of the day, of the week, and leave them all there at the back door where you came in. Leave them all back there. You can pick them up when you leave. But we're going to leave all that outside and create a sacred space in here. We're going to create a sanctuary of our higher consciousness, our collective consciousness. So we'll start just by taking some deep breaths, getting comfortable where you are. Take a deep breath in, hold at the top, and release out. Another breath, deep in, hold at the top, and release. One more deep breath in, biggest yet. Hold at the top, and a sigh, and release. I want you now to follow me in a little exercise. All the thoughts that are in your head, your thoughts of your responsibilities and who you are, your memories, your character, your identity even. All of your thoughts that run around in your head. Now I want you to take this time here just for a short while. Take all those thoughts and push them off to the side. Create a space. Visualize next to you, next to your body, aside from you. All of your thoughts. All of your memories, just for a moment. All of your memories. Be innocent. Like a clean slate. Put all those thoughts just to the side, just for now. Off to the side. Empty, empty. Let yourself be empty. Empty of any past experiences, any thoughts in your head. Push those off to the side. And you'll see, just for a moment, you'll see. Create that emptiness. Empty, empty, empty. You'll see there's something that you cannot push to the side. There's something that you cannot push away. There's something still there. Your awareness, your essence is still there. In the stillness. Empty, empty, empty. In the stillness, a place of peace. I'm going to ask you some questions, and you can respond to them. I won't hear you, but respond to yourself. I'll feel them. In this empty space, this place of pure awareness, pure presence. Is there any fear in this place? No. No fear. In this place of stillness and bliss, is there any judgment in this place? No. No judgment. Is there any beginning to this awareness? Is there any end to this awareness? No. Is this something that you need to reach out and grab? No. It has no form. It is boundless, connected to all consciousness. Limitless, timeless, without boundaries, without form, pure stillness, ever present, always there. Your true essence, your divinity, it is there. Your sacredness, always there, ever present. I want you to sit in that ever presence. Consecrated consciousness, in unity with all consciousness in the universe, quantumly entangled with all consciousness, boundless, ever present, everywhere. You are the entire universe, becoming aware of itself from your unique perspective. You are the entire universe in entirety, entangled with all consciousness in the entire universe, becoming aware of itself from your unique perspective. A miracle. It's the miraculous paradox of our very existence. We are God. We are spirit, ever present, eternal, immortal. There is no death. We are eternal beings evolving through the consciousness of the universe. Sit in that peaceful bliss. Can this be taken away from you? Can anyone take this from you? No. It is you. It is uniquely you. Yours to experience through all of eternity. Sit in this beautiful, peaceful bliss for just a moment. Just a moment more. Expansiveness. One with all that is. Take this focus now. Take this focus now and focus it into your heart space. And think of a white dot in your heart space, originating from your heart space, from your love. And see this dot of white light expand now out to a sphere. Bring this sphere of love and light out wider to your entire body, to the extremities of your body. Surrounded now in a white sphere of love and light, emanating from your heart space. Let it expand outward more to your light body, which extends out beyond your physical body. Let this white sphere of love and light expand out to your light body, the extremities of your light body, as it rejuvenates your light body, refreshes your light body, absorb all the love and light from it. Now expand this white sphere of love and light now out past your light body. I want you to visualize this sphere of white light now expanding all the way out to the extremities of this room, of this sanctuary, of this consecrated space. It is now filled with the collective love and light of all of us, amplified, magnified, a sphere of white love and light, filling this entire room to the extremities of the room, palpable. You can feel that presence. You can feel that collective presence of divine consciousness, divine essence, divine love and light, fabric of the universe. Sit in that love and light, that collective love and light that are amplified, that is amplified by all of us here. Sit in that for just a moment, in that collective love and light, that collective consciousness of oneness, magnified by the presence of all of us here. Sit in that for a moment. Visualize it. You can see it. You can see it in your mind's eye. Beautiful. It fills every nook and cranny of this room. And feel that. Beautiful. It's lovely to stay in this space. But we prepare ourselves now to bring that in. Bring that back from the extremities, the room, rejuvenated, magnified, amplified. Bring it back to the extremities of our light body. Where we drink up every bit of it with our light body, 100%. Back to the extremities of our physical body. And we bring that sphere now back inward, back around our heart space, where you see this small, compacted little white sphere of love and light surrounding our heart. But it's more amplified now, it's brighter. And we bring it in to the center of our heart, where now it circulates through all the cells of our body. Amplified love and light circulates through all the cells, every cell in our body, every molecule, every atom, every subatomic particle, every space within the cells of our body. We are rejuvenated by this. As we prepare ourselves now to come back fully into our physical bodies, even though we'd like to stay in this place of allness, this place of emptiness and everythingness, we come back into our physical bodies, back where we started. As we get comfortable now in our bodies, wiggling our feet and our legs, hips, our torso, and shoulders, and arms, our neck, back in our bodies. And we can open our eyes again when you're ready. And I would like to leave you with some inspirational words from Paul Foster Casey. This is truth about the self. All the power that ever was or will be is here now. I am a center of expression for the primal will to good, which eternally creates and sustains the universe. Through me, its unfailing wisdom takes form in thought and word. Filled with understanding of its perfect law, I am guided moment by moment along the path of liberation. From the exhaustless riches of its limitless substance, I draw all things needful, both spiritual and material. I recognize the manifestation of the true undeviating justice in all the circumstances of my life, in all things great and small. I see the beauty of the divine expression. Living from that will, supported by its unfailing wisdom and understanding, mine is the victorious life. I look forward with confidence to the perfect realization of the eternal splendor of the limitless light. In thought and word and deed, I rest my life from day to day upon the sure foundation of eternal being. The kingdom of spirit is embodied in my flesh, and so it is. Thank you for letting me share that with you. I'm honored to be able to lead this congregation. Namaste. Thank you.
There we go. Whew. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Sal. Thank you for that wonderful meditation. So, yes, give him a round of applause. That's beautiful. Thank you. So, like I said, Reverend Jon is in Georgia this week. I will be joining him tomorrow for the funeral of our uncle. So we have a wonderful guest speaker for you today. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about him just so you know who is going to be joining us on the platform. Douglas Bonar recently retired after 45 years in the mental health field. His career work included working in a maximum security prison, consulting with law enforcement and child protection agencies on child abuse cases, and leading court-ordered domestic violence and parenting groups. He developed the Roots and Wings model of healthy parenting and later adapted it into Roots and Wings way of wholeness for offender rehabilitation. Beyond his clinical work, Douglas has been deeply engaged in the Institute of Noetic Sciences for over 25 years, organizing community groups and serving on its National Leadership Council. He continues his passion through the Connection Partners and grokingwholeness.info, focusing on humanity's evolution towards wholeness. His current work emphasizes wholeness, interbeing, and oneness as the essential response to today's global polycrisis. Drawing from science, theology, philosophy, indigenous wisdom, and theosophy, Douglas promotes a heart-centered collective awakening into a healthier future. And also, Douglas is one of our community members as well. So everyone, please welcome Douglas Bonar.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, what a joy to be with my family, my Sangha, in Buddhist sense that we are Sangha. We are members of the same family. So when you get an opportunity, John called me yesterday, Reverend John, and asked me, are you available to do this? So question to you, when sacred calls you, when the Spirit calls you, what do you say? Yes, sure, absolutely, yeah, here for this. So I'm going to be speaking today, and it's kind of a presentation. There's going to be a lot of cognitive here to start off with, and my hope is that as I get going here, this is going to be heart-centered also, bringing us into what we just heard from the meditation, essentially, being fully present. I did a presentation for this Theosophical Society of St. Petersburg. I don't know how well you can see this, but I'll be talking about it essentially. It's called The Emerging Story of Oneness, Wholeness, and Interbeing. This is what is bringing us into the healthy future. What we know here in science of mind, unity, new thought theology, is that it's our heart space, it's our love, it's our compassion that's going to take us into the future. Right now, we recognize what's happening in our world, in our community, in our culture. It's not working well. There's a polycrisis going on. Next slide, please. Oh, there we are. That's it. So I've adapted this to First Unity, my presentation to First Unity. And the emphasis is on new thought theology here, essentially. We're going to look at what we're learning here from Reverend John, our readings in New Thought theology, unity, science of mind, whatever we practice. We're going to be looking at deeply what is our piece in bringing about this new world. It's really important that we get this. We have a part in this as a New Thought theology, and we are uniquely positioned as First Unity spiritual campus. We have the talent, we have the message, we have everything it takes to really be a part of this movement into the new world. Tell you about me first. You heard about me a little bit professionally. I worked as a forensic counselor for 45 years. My last 15 years, my clients were court-ordered into my groups for 29 weeks, 6.5 months for domestic violence. They were all arrested for domestic violence. And I worked with the child protection system and the court system and all that. While I was doing this, I got intensely interested also in my spiritual unfoldment. I think that's what we have in common here, all of us, is that we're doing our professional lives, what we're called to do, but we're also doing our own spiritual, our inner work, our healing work. I started attending First Unity Spiritual Center 30 years ago or so. Reverend Les Saunders was the minister back then, 30 years ago. I attended for a couple years, and then I left there. I attended Unitarian Universalist Church for several years. I attended Quaker Assembly for several years. And then I came back. I came back to this New Thought theology, which I'll be talking about more here. This really resonates with me, what we're learning and hear from Reverend John and the peoples that are talking New Thought here. So I did come back. At the time, it was called Center for Conscious Living, Reverend Pat Palmer. Some of you may be familiar with Pat Palmer. And I was on the board for a while at the church, and it really, really moved me. It very deeply moved me. When the church closed, Pat Palmer moved to California. Then I transitioned. I went to another New Thought. Reverend Martin Preston had a New Thought center in Clearwater. And then Reverend Temple Hayes came to First Unity, and I was drawn. She was ordained not just in First Unity, in unity, but also in science of mind. And this is what really resonates with me in New Thought theology, the science of mind theology. So I'll be talking a lot about science of mind. And again, our part in this emerging story of oneness, wholeness, and interbeing that's going to bring us into a world that's more just, fair, respect for the sacred mother, Gaia, the planet. This is a piece of where I'm going personally. And I retired purposely. I had a very thriving private practice, but I retired because this is my calling, to do this work. Okay, next slide, please. This is just a model of what I was using. It evolved over a period. I know you can't see the fine writing in this, but just explain it to you briefly. The people I was working with in the court-ordered groups, essentially, what I was teaching, I adapted a Taoist model. You all recognize the yin-yang symbol of Taoism here. What they're learning in my groups, mostly men, there were groups of women also, but mostly the men, what they were learning in the practice of 29 weeks, remember, is how to embrace their yin energies and personality traits. We live in a yang-dominant culture. Many of you realize that. A yang-dominant culture. When I talk about yin and yang, I'm not talking about masculine, feminine, male, female. Please know we are all yin and yang. Every one of us has that in us, but we need that balance. This is where the wholeness comes in. We have that balance within us. Most of my clients were yang dominant. And over a period of time, what they were getting is how to embrace, again, their yin energies. We are energetic beings. We know that in New Thought. We are energy. We are universal consciousness. They're learning to embrace their yin energies and traits, personality traits. They were getting skills, mindfulness training, emotional self-regulation, how to meditate, how to get into contact, how to commune with the divine. This is messages that they have never gotten before. They never heard this. The first group they come into with me, I tell them right away, you are a divine being and you will be treated like that in the group. So it's a different experience, essentially. I'm very honored to have gotten that experience. When you're able to surrender in the yin aspect, when you're able to surrender, when we're able to love, that's when we can access our higher power. That's when we can access spirit, God, the Christ consciousness, the Buddha mind, cosmic consciousness, the field, the quantum field, whatever you're comfortable calling it, love. You can access that space of love within. So that's what they were learning, how to access their higher power. Next slide, please. It's morphed. There it is. This is where I'm going to be going in the future with this. It's got several iterations, but this is the current iteration of it, which is taking me in the future. I added several things. In the yin aspect, and you'll see the Buddhist within me coming out in this. Metta, some of you do the metta meditation. Compassion, learning our compassion. And the yang aspect is dharma, a dharma practice. What is your purpose? Why are you here? What are you called to bring forth? So that's the Dharma, essentially. And this ends with sacred activism, which I'll bring in later when I'll be talking about our oneness and social justice team here at First Unity. Okay, I'm going to go further into this now, delve deeply. Some of you may be familiar with Awakening the Dreamer. It's through the Pachamama Alliance. The Pachamama Alliance is through the indigenous wisdom. You know the indigenous gradients, right? The indigenous wisdom is a piece of our understanding of this new story of wholeness. The indigenous wisdom is a piece of this. The Awakening the Dreamer Symposium was started by the Pachamama Alliance through the Achuar people of Ecuador and Peru. It was a primitive culture. They were a dream culture. Every morning they'd wake up and they would share their dreams with each other. They believed that they were being visited at night by spirits, by whomever. And they would share. It meant a lot to them. The elders in the Achuar tribe were having this recurring dream that their lands were about to be taken over and spoiled. They started looking around the periphery of their lands, and what they found was the oil companies were starting to move in and taking over their lands. They put out a message to us in the north. And they had no electricity. This was a psychic message and a very heavy story involved, which I won't go into it now. It was picked up by several people in San Francisco, John Perkins, Lynn Twist, names you may know from their writings. And they traveled down to the Achuar. They found the tribe. They managed to find the tribe. And the message the tribe gave was, we're not asking you to come here and rescue us from what's going on. We're asking you to go back north and change the dream of your culture. Yeah. Change the dream, materialism, consumption, extraction. You are hurting the sacred mother, the planet. So they started the Pachamama Alliance. The Awakening the Dreamer Symposium started about 20 years ago. I was trained in this about 16 years ago. I've done several symposiums throughout the state of Florida. Next slide, please. The purpose of the symposium, whoop, I missed a slide there somewhere. Go back one, I think, or a couple. Should be the next one. Did I err grievously? No? Well, I shall just tell you. Yeah, go backwards then to the Awakening the Dreamer. Yeah, just stay there for a minute. The purpose of the symposium is bringing forth an environmentally sustainable, spiritually fulfilling, and socially just human presence on the planet. Let me repeat that. I want you to know all three of these. It's to bring forth an environmentally sustainable, spiritually fulfilling, and socially just human presence. These are not three separate categories. This is one. This is talking about consciousness here. Our connection with the Divine Mother, again, Gaia, Earth, social justice, and spiritual fulfillment. So this was a piece of this Awakening the Dreamer Symposium. Okay, what do you have next on this? Okay, I had a couple slides that should have fit in there. I'll just read these, and it's okay. It's okay. Then I was reading a book by Satish Kumar. Some of you may know Satish Kumar, the head of Schumacher College. But he wrote several books that I've read. He wrote a book called Soil, Soul, and Society. Here's our three. And he calls this the Trinity of Soil, Soul, Society, is a way of saying in 3 words that we are all related, interconnected, and interdependent. This is a trinity of wholeness and unity of life in its myriad forms. This is the Trinity, the soil, soul, and society. And now we can go on to the next slide that you have there, the illusion of separation. That one. This is what we're looking at in the new story that we're bringing in. The current story of our culture, the dominant paradigm, species-wide, is this illusion of separation, that we are separate from each other. We are separate from a living earth. We are separate from source, consciousness, the divine, as you again may know and name it. This is the illusion of separation. The new story that we're bringing in theologically here in New Thought is essentially about our interconnectedness. Yeah, you get that. You get that. I know you do. Next slide. So I put together a matrix, and this is a book that I'm working on, and this is the rest of my life. This is my final chapter. You know, I'm 75 years old. This is it. This is what I'm going to be doing now. This is the matrix of transformation. It's about understanding an embodiment and then the application, which I'm going to start calling now the activation. Reverend Jon, in his talk last week, he talked about activation. Many of you were here. And I said, yeah, that's it. It's not application. How to activate this understanding after we embody this, fully take this information into our heart, what we know, how to embody this, but then how to activate this in our lives. So we're understanding our connection to soil, to the earth. We're understanding our soul. We're understanding what is this that we're talking about right now. This is something. This is real. This is very real. And our connection with each other. I'm going to be talking today mainly about this understanding. I'm not going to go as much today, just had to cut this. It was actually a 2-hour presentation I did for the Theosophical Society, so I'm kind of whittling this down accordingly. So I'll be talking about the understanding more than anything else. And next slide, please. Good. This is understanding the emerging story. Interestingly, there's many ways to understand this. We can understand this through the lens of science. It was mentioned the noetic sciences. I've been a member of noetic sciences for 25 years. The noetic sciences were started by the astronaut Edgar Mitchell. He was the 6th man to walk on the moon, February of 1970, Apollo 14 space mission. On the way back from space, he had the window seat of the space capsule, and the space capsule turns every minute, and he was getting a view of the Earth, the stars, the moon, over and over again, and he had a very profound and life-changing spiritual experience from outer space. Brilliant, brilliant man. He had a doctorate from MIT, just a brilliant, brilliant man. And he didn't understand what this was. And he spent the next 3 years actually studying this internal experience. And he started noetic sciences in 1973, 3 years later. The word noetic comes from a Greek word noesis, which is a deeper way of knowing. It's just not knowing through our cognitive sense. It's knowing through the heart. It's a deeper sense of knowing, intuitive, connecting with the divine, that sort of knowing that he got into essentially. Edgar lived in Florida. We brought him down several times. He became like our mentor locally. I went to his funeral in 2006. I got to go to his funeral. He was a profound influence in many of us locally. In science, we also have the holo movement, post-materialist science, cosmogenesis, intrapersonal neurobiology, quantum entanglements, which you mentioned in your meditation. I was really impressed with that. We're quantumly entangled to each other. This is a piece that we're knowing in science, this lens of science about the emerging story of wholeness. Neurocardiology, Reverend Jon talks frequently about heart math, about how we're coming from the heart now. This is all part in science, which I'm not going to go into today. The theology is where I'm going to spend most of the time today. New Thought theology is a piece of this, and liberation theology. We are very fortunate to be here. We're getting a piece of this emergent message. We are a piece of the unfoldment. Everybody get that? We are a piece of this evolutionary movement in this New Thought community. Also through philosophy, integral worldview philosophy, indigenous wisdom, their science theology, and their ecocentrism. Again, our connection with Sacred Mother, the divine. We also understand this emerging story through the aesthetic, beauty, sensory delight, whether it's through the awe of the arts and nature. How many of you have gone out and just sat in nature and just felt it deeply? That's our oneness, our connectedness, when we're feeling that deeply. Or the arts, to sit and listen to a piece of music. I'm a classical music fan. I'm a fanatic with classical music. And I'll put on a piece by Johannes Brahms, and I'll just sit there and I'll have tears listening to it. And finally, an understanding through the mystical and the spiritualist approach, which is revealed through the channeling. Access to the non-local and implicate order, which ties us back into science. David Bohm writes in the Hollow Movement about the implicate order. We have connection into the liminal space beyond a space-time boundary that we are caught in our culture right now. By going into this liminal space, the implicate order, we're bringing in the new understanding of our interconnectedness. Again, I'm not going to go too much into the science. I could spend about 3 days talking about that. These are two of the cardinal books that really affected me in my evolution here. Willis Harman was the first president of Institute of Noetic Sciences, and he wrote Global Mind Change. It changed my life, just reading about this global mind change. And Barbara Marx Hubbard was one of my mentors for many years. She wrote Conscious Evolution. Again, these are kind of books that can change our lives to understand this emerging story and our part in the emerging story. Buckminster Fuller, Bucky, some of you are familiar with his writings. Great guy. He said, "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the old model obsolete." Isn't it? Yeah. That's what we're doing. We're part of the new model. We're building the new model upon which future societies are going to be based. In our New Thought theology, through science, through indigenous wisdom, we're making this new model. Yes, to be out there and recognize what's going on in our culture, to be very keenly aware of the encroaching just what's going on there. But then come from the heart. That's how we're going to change this. Next slide. Oop, missing a couple slides again. Okay. Oop, go backwards. Okay, let's just go to the next slide and I'll just talk. That's cool. A couple of the books. I'm going to go into New Thought theology now, deeper. This is a New Thought church. Unity is part of New Thought. New Thought was created essentially in the 1830s. For those not familiar with the New Thought movement, it was created by Quimby. What was his first name? Phineas Quimby. Phineas Parkhurst Quimby. He was a clockmaker, but he was also into mesmerism, and the magnetism and all that. Hypnotism came from that. And he came up with healing, essentially, the healing practices, and was carried on. Mildred and Charles Fillmore, of course, with the Unity, picked this up in the early 1900s. Ernest Holm with Science of Mind, 1927. Picked up this also, started the Science of Mind. This is the Science of Mind magazine. Interestingly, it's the second oldest publication in the country, behind Reader's Digest. This has been coming out for 98 years, the Science of Mind magazine. I've been getting it now for 28 years. It's a monthly journal. I have every single monthly edition from 28 years saved. So this is a little bit about science of mind, essentially saying about this emerging story. I'm going to read just a little bit and hear from this. It always has a part on sacred activism. And this is kind of where I'm going to be ending up later on when I'm talking about this and the Oneness and Social Justice team that meets here. So this is a section in sacred activism which always comes out. Science of mind teaches that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality. By aligning with universal principles of love, peace, and wholeness, individuals can co-create a more just and compassionate society. Applying this philosophy to current challenges involves cultivating a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all life, setting purposeful goals that align with the values of compassion and justice, and taking steps that reflect a commitment to the well-being of others, particularly those facing adversity. This is a calling, this sacred activism, that we are here not just for ourselves, and that's what this book addresses. It's called Freedom from Discord. I think one of the greatest writers alive today writing about New Thought theology is Reverend David Alexander. He's from Atlanta, and he lives there. Reverend John knows him. Freedom from discord, this is the challenge. What is New Thought theology about for each of us? Is it so we can find the better parking spot, right? Is it about how we can use this to grow ourselves, to heal? Yeah, absolutely about that. But what he's saying in this book essentially is no, it's beyond that. We have a responsibility to the whole. And it's important that we start to recognize in New Thought theology, and that's why I'm staying here with Reverend John especially. He brings in this understanding that we are here for each other, the marginalized populations. He can come up here and say, Black lives matter. It matters, the lives of our LGBTQAI plus peoples. It matters. It really does. This is part of our evolution into our diversity and our wholeness, bringing in everybody in the family. Yeah, thank you. This is our From First Unity here, a Oneness and Social Justice team. I want to give a shout out to a few people, Walter and Carolyn. I don't see them here today, but I believe that they started the team. And then over the summer, Tanya Johnson has been just absolutely championed to keep this going over this summer. She did a magnificent job of keeping this going over the summer. This is a team that we're really looking at. What are we doing as a First Unity community? How are we interfacing with others in our community? What is our part in this? And I'm so proud of what Reverend John brings into this understanding. He's embodied this, right? Remember, there's the understanding, the embodiment, and the application or the activism. Reverend John really has embodied this. You could hear it when he talks. He gets this message that we are part of the emerging story that's going to take us into a possible healthy future. Yeah. This is a slide. I took this picture just like 3 days ago. This was taken, you probably can't read this again. Let me see if I can read it from my notes here. Yeah. This is from the interfaith community. You may recognize some faces in here. Again, this happened just this week, earlier this week that I attended this. You recognize Reverend John up there. He's in the back row there. You may recognize Reverend Linda McLeod on the top right. Linda's one of us. I mean, she is so much, she's one of my spiritual guides. She's helped me so much in life, Reverend McLeod. And the bottom picture, the bottom right, the gentleman sitting in the white shirt, you may recognize him. That's the Reverend Ben Atherton Zamer. He's been in the news regularly. He was one of the 2 ministers that got arrested when he wouldn't get up and the police took him out. He sat on the crosswalk. This is the embodiment of social justice. This is the real, what are we here to do? And that's my challenge to all of us, not you, us. What is our challenge? What are we to bring forth? The embodiment and application, the activation of where we're going with this, essentially. What are we here to do as individuals, but as a spiritual community? I see First Unity going into the future very strong. We're going to have our own place. We're going to connect with more and more peoples in the community. We're already connecting with other leaders, as you saw in that past, with the Unitarian Universalists. There were a couple ministers from UU there. We are growing into something that's going to be very vital into the evolution of our community and in our culture. I see we have the talent here. We do. We have the talent here, the music. You hear it every week. Brilliant, brilliant music. A lot of it written by the peoples in the chorus here in Imani. We have the message that Jon is giving. It's powerful. He knows what he's talking about. He really does. We have everything we need to be a powerful force in the emerging story of oneness, wholeness, and interbeing in our community. And I'm finally going to bring it back to this. We're just about done. I'm just about done. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Gotta hear it. I know Reverend John will hear it. He'll want to hear that. Thank you, Jesus. Sacred activism. Sacred activism. What is ours to do? In our wholeness, to balance that, the yin and the yang. Yes, we are embracing that yin aspect. We are connecting with the divine, right? We are learning that here. We are embodying that. It's a piece of us that we are really taking this into our hearts. This is what I'm here to do. And now, through sacred activism, how are you going to bring it into your workplace? How are you going to bring it into your home? How you treat your children? How you treat your partner with due respect, equality, justice in the home? How you treat your neighbors? How you treat people in your community? How do we treat the homeless? How do we treat the marginalized people whose voices are not being heard? This is a part of our emergence into the new story of oneness, wholeness, and interbeing. For anybody here that happens to collect mules or donkeys, this is about saving our collective asses. I'm not a minister. I could be as irreverent as I want to be up here, you know? This is what we're bringing forth in First Unity Spiritual Campus, in my mind, is the emergence of the new story. I hope to be presenting more and doing little groups about the science behind this. It's fascinating what we're getting now in science. Science is corroborating what we intuitively know as peoples involved with the heart, involved with spirit, with our spirit, with spirit guides, with cosmic consciousness. Science is now, again, corroborating the information we know, and we're bringing this into our community. I'm a member of, it showed earlier, of the Connection Partners. We are meeting with peoples all over the country right now and internationally, and we are purposely and consciously, through the Connection Partners and the website that I'm helping to build, the grokingwholeness.info, we're purposely and consciously going to make this area an epicenter of the transformation in the country. It's going on. It's happening now as we speak, and we're going to be measuring it. We're working with people through Heart Math. Roland McCready is part of that, the scientific editor at the Institute of Noetic Sciences and others. We're going to be measuring the coherence in the local area. And it's my intention that First Unity is going to be a piece of this movement. Yeah. I'm going to be closing. I'm going to be reading a poem here. This was part of the Awakening the Dreamer Symposium. It's by Drew Dillinger. It's part of a larger poem called The Hieroglyphic Stairway. Take this into your heart. Listen to this. It's 3:23 in the morning, and I'm awake because my great-great-grandchildren won't let me sleep. My great-great-grandchildren ask me in dreams, what did you do while the planet was plundered? What did you do when the earth was unraveling? Surely you did something when the seasons started failing, as the mammals, reptiles, and birds were all dying. Did you fill the streets with protest when democracy was stolen? What did you do once you knew? Yeah. This has always spoken to me, always spoken very deeply to me. What did you do once you know? We know now. We understand this. We're embodying this, and we're applying this in our lives. And I'm going to end with an affirmative prayer from the Science of Mind. There's 5 steps in the affirmative prayer. And I'm going to bring us back now into the heart space. If you would please to breathe with me. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths. Traveling from the cognitive into our heart space, the space of our soul. And we acknowledge the presence of pure being, presence, the God force, the life force, the Christ consciousness, the love that pervades the universe, the oneness. And we recognize that we are this force. It flows through us, for us, as us. We are each a part of this divine, sacred intelligence of the universe. And we're declaring here now that what we are doing, what we are understanding, how we are applying this in our lives, in our communities, is making a profound effect on this emerging story, that we are powerful co-creators of the emerging story of wholeness. The universe hears this, feels this through each of our hearts, and is bringing forth this new understanding. And I give great thanks, feeling great gratitude for this knowing, this understanding. And I release my word now into the universe, knowing that it is already done. It is so. For this I give thanks. For you, my beautiful Sangha, I give thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Oh, Doug, thank you so much. Right? Thank you so much for connecting so many dots on so many levels, right? Wasn't that just beautiful? Right? And that's what this is all about. Look at this amazing community. Right? Look at how we respond. Look at how we stand up, right? This global movement of love, blessing billions every day, right? We've been grounded in this community for over 100 years. Right? So steeped and deep in this truth. And Doug, yummy. Thank you. And so now we've come to this time in our service where we get to just be grateful. So let's just take a moment and give thanks like, wow, how amazing is it that we get to be in this community where people get to share of their talent, this deep wisdom, right? We get to serve. And so as we take a moment, this is a space where we can participate in the law of circulation and giving, right? And participating. And so let's go ahead and share our slides for our ways of giving. And as you prepare for our ushers to come forward and to pass the plate, right? Just take a moment and think about all that we have, all that we get to give, all that we get to receive. And so we just pause for a moment and feel a sense of gratitude for this moment, this precious breath that's coming in, this light, this love, right? That we get to be in a place where we belong, a place of oneness, wholeness, interbeing. All right, and ushers, please proceed. Wondrous gifts received, all that we have, all that we give, all that we receive. We see it blessed and multiplied. We see every single member of this community being blessed. We see these gifts and this global movement of love and this the 3 M's, the music, the meditation, the message, going out, touching every soul that it needs to touch when the world needs it most. And so We are so grateful that we get to be a part of this. And so we see these gifts, blessed, magnifying, blessed in every single person in our community, in the world, touching the planet in a way that's never been touched before. Thank you for this emerging new world that is pouring forth. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen.
All right, everybody, stand to your feet. It's time to go home. Love is who I am. Gratitude is my attitude. Abundance is my nature. And well-being is my birthright. Have the best day ever because you can.
You can.